Despite the continued influx of earnings still trickling in, of course, in the Nigerian Stock Exchange, the broader index just could not maintain the momentum from Tuesday's trade, as it shed about 0.44% on Wednesday, which we mentioned earlier on the show. The numbers were mixed. We saw United Capital posting positive numbers, while Nigerian Breweries, a leader in the consumer goods space, posted not so great earnings. Rotimi, Fakayejo is standing by as he tells us more on what to expect from earnings yet to come and his outlook for the broader market space. Thank you so much for joining me, Rotimi.
Good morning.
As a trader constantly looking out for low-hanging fruits and in turn getting the best returns for your clients, how do you hope that investors will be reacting to recent reports released by Nigerian breweries? Do you think it will be a buy, sell, or hold stock at the moment?
Well, considering the table of good stocks in the market, I believe this result is not as bad as that will warrant a sell position. So I think even as I may not advise a further buy, I would definitely advise a hold, because looking at the results, it's come to stay that the effects of the devaluation is actually taking its toll on manufacturers and also other business entities within the country. And looking at it, the figures so far, though there is a slight decline in their top line, but I think that will still be manageable, if not for the fact that their finance cost has overshot what it used to be. And as such, we've seen that affecting them significantly, especially the Q2 results. Now, when you now look at it with the half year, then definitely you know that this definitely is going to be a continuum, and they will continue to see that kind of high finance cost resulting from the exchange rate differential from what it used to be and the new value of the naira right now.
Well, some of the other reasons attributed to the continued decline in the company's earnings is largely contraction in the country's growth, the exchange rate issues, which according to analysts and market watchers isn't disappearing anytime soon. In your opinion, how are these companies expected to position in at least the next 2 quarters to stay afloat?
Can you say that again, please?
Well, some of the reasons attributed to the continued decline in the company's earnings is largely contraction in the country's growth and, of course, exchange rate issues, which, according to analysts, isn't disappearing anytime soon. In your opinion, how are these companies expected to position in at least the next 2 quarters to stay afloat?
To me, if I get what you're asking correctly, I believe going forward, we're going to see further effect of this. And the only thing that can actually salvage the position is for maybe a company like Nigerian Breweries and other manufacturers to increase their prices. And if they increase their prices, that definitely is going to affect consumption. Though in naira value, they may be able to hedge, but in terms of a number of units sold, there's going to be a decline. So going forward, I believe that this devaluation is definitely going to affect business until maybe we begin to see a much more stable environment whereby other attendant costs in terms of costs on power and all other things are beginning to decline. So until then, I believe that this effect will definitely continue even for those other manufacturing concerns within the country.
Well, Rotimi, Nigerian Breweries is the first major company in the fast-moving consumer goods space to release its earnings. Do you think, being one of the high, players in that particular index, do you think this will kind of be like we'll see kind of replicating of what we should expect from players in that sector of the economy as well?
Well, I think we've seen it very well in terms of comparison with Guinness Nigeria PLC. Even when Nigerian Breweries was still able to upkeep its profit position, we saw a sharp decline in that of Guinness Nigeria PLC. Now that we are seeing a further decline in that of Nigerian Breweries, there definitely will be we know what to expect from Guinness. Then from the likes of Cadbury, the likes of Nestle, the likes of Unilever, I believe that we may not really see anything different from what we have seen in Nigerian breweries. Though Nigerian breweries is a well-managed company with a lot of their financial engineering is very sound. But I think it's not so with some of these other concerns, except Nestle Nigeria PLC, which also has a sound financial engineering. And I believe what is going to happen is that though they may be able to manage other costs, but I think the exchange rate differential is definitely going to imply negatively on the other manufacturing concerns.
Let's move on now to another result that we're tracking here on the show. United Capital, its earnings looked very good. Gross numbers at 3.6 billion naira from 772 million in the corresponding period. What's the story there, and how are investors responding already? Are you excited?
Well, the market is excited about the results. At least we've seen the top line moving from 2.75 to 3.6 billion. And I think the larger profit is attributable to gain from sale of investment, which is fetching about 1.53 billion naira for the company. So this is an extraordinary item. It's not going to be a continuum. So invariably, this kind of the quantum of change in the profitability of the company may not really be so in the next quarter. But I think it will still be able to apply for the full year result. So I think investors are excited about it. Presently, the stock is on bid, and so far today it's done almost 9.88% increase in price. So I believe investors are really very excited.
Rotimi, thank you so much for joining me on the program this morning, and of course sharing your perspectives on those two stocks. Rotimi Fakayejo is CEO of Enterprise Stockbrokers, giving us his perspectives on just released reports from Nigerian breweries and United Capital. That's it on today's edition of Business Morning. Many thanks for spending time with us. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Have a profitable day.